Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. This is a late review, but I don't give a shit, I'm doing it anyway. Data Live, Season 2, Episode, what was this? 5? Okay. What's this bitch's name? What's this girl's name? Miko? Izayoi? I don't know, man. She might be on Karumi's level. Yo, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. She's the next essential. See, this episode, fucking A, because two things happened in this episode that, like, number one, we get introduced as Diva. Now, she doesn't like men. She hates them. I see. I didn't really know what was going on in that situation, but now I know. Not only does she hate men, she loves. Okay, she's Shiori, pretty much. She's on some sick. I don't know what to call it. She'll sing for girls, even though that by singing she might kill them. And like she doesn't care because she loves them. They love me so much they'll die for me. I don't know, man. She's on Karumi shit, big time, big time. But in the beginning part of this episode, it's called Diva. Season 2 of Data Live, Episode 5. And we basically have, before we get into the Diva, well, actually, I think that's how the episode starts. Well, no, actually, no, start with them at school, and there's going to be a festival, and Shido is essentially in charge of the festival. So, what ends on happening, though, is we also find something else out. Origami's suspension is over. Now, here's what's happening. Now, I apologize from last week's episode because I got the name wrong. It wasn't AST, the witch, and Westcott. No, they're not part of AST. They're part of this organization called DEM, if I'm not mistaken. So, what ends on happening is Origami's reinstated, and her captain shows up in front of the commanding officer, and she's saying what's going on here with these new people coming in. These new people coming in are probably from DEM. And let me talk about this first, because this was really, the Diva thing was fucking crazy, but I want to briefly talk about this before I get into the Diva stuff. Essentially, there's this girl, I think her name is Jessica. She shows up, and they're going to be part of it now, the AST, and they basically are part of the AST now, and they're going to go around and do with the spirits and stuff. So, in the episode, they fight Miku, Izayoi, but they don't do anything to her, and she just, with me. And he's like, that's an audience, and she has a thing for girls. It's like, Yuri much? So, but they don't do anything to her. She escapes. And this girl, Jessica, is part of DEM. And she notices a few things. By the way, in this whole season, we're definitely going to get a big thing with Shido. This question is always going to be established in the series. Is he human? So, essentially, what ends on happening is they don't do anything to her, but during the episode, towards the end, a plan is suggested, and at the they're tasked with capturing the princess. So, yes, capturing Toka. Not just Toka, Shido as well. So, I mean, if that wasn't bad enough, okay, basically he goes to see the diva, Shido, and he gets verbally abused by her. He's like, you should just stop breathing and shit. I'm like, I mean, the difference between her and Kurumi is obvious. Kurumi's more, she wants to love the fuck out of Shido, but Miku is more, you're a guy and I fucking hate you. Considers men disgusting. So during the fight scene, that fight scene was pretty interesting. Jessica, the new part, she notices Shido down there, and what ends on happening is, yeah, apparently Shido has to dress and drag. I'm wrong, you know. I mean, it was. It's a trap. So essentially, he has to dress and drag. He ends up courting with Miku. He gets really close to her to a point where he's drinking tea with her. And there's this scene where they're in her house, private house, I guess, and they're drinking tea and everything. And apparently her voice, Miku, has, it's like the word of suggestion, if you want to call it that. Basically, she whispers in your ear and says, take off your clothes or transfer to this school and you're going to do it. Shido it doesn't work with him. Or, as he's now called, Shiori. But anyway, what ends on happening is he doesn't want to do it. And he's like, and she asks him, are you a spirit? Or are you a witch? Because the DEM had the witches, yeah, so. And essentially, he says, no, I'm not. He says, I'm human and everything, and he says, but I seal spirits, pretty much. And he is, like she doesn't want him to seal her, but she says that she did it on purpose, the quake. And that if her fans are there and everything, they love me, and she would still sing for them, even though it would cause a quake, and they would die. And he said, they'll die for me. And then she always like, I fucking hate you. I hate you. And then she's like, it makes me, basically Miku saying, that makes me want you even more. So this is like some fucking, I don't want to say yada shit. Like, she's not on the same level as Kurumi, but she's definitely short of a few sandwiches for the picnic, if you will. But essentially what happens is they make a bet. If Shiori can beat her at the festival, I guess that's the festival concert thing, then she will allow him to seal him. But if Shiori can't defeat Miku, this is fucked up. She's gonna take Shiori and the other spirits for herself. And mind you, we're talking Toka and what's her face? Forgot her name. Her. Both of them. Now, does that mean also Shido's sister? I don't know, but this is crazy. And you have that whole scene, and now you got this thing where they want to capture him. So next week is going to be massive. Fucking massive. And I was looking at anime, Kiss Anime. Yes, this one guy said that this was a change from the light novel, supposedly. He says, what is this? It's really different from the light novel. So, yeah, I mean, I really don't care. Yeah, and he's like saying it's different from the light novel. Hmm. This season is already halfway over. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the story. So, essentially, yeah, this Miku, though, she's crazy. She's fucking crazy. Now, what I'm thinking is going to happen. This is what I think is going to happen. I think for next week, Shiori wins, and he seals Miku, and but then again, it might be too early for this. Maybe what happens is, because from the preview, Origami's gonna get involved, so I'm like, yo, that's gonna be awesome. She's gonna go up against the other AST members who obviously infiltrated them. So this should be interesting, because essentially what's happening here, and this is the last thing I want to mention for this review, the spirits are getting hunted down by Westcott and his witch. That's essentially what's happening here. So it's definitely a twist from last season, and I think it's a little bit better. Some people are obviously saying that it's not from the light novel, it's a little different. And I say, well, alright, I really have no gripes about it, though. I thought it was done well. But we'll see next week. Awesome episode. Bankai 922. It's a trap. Oh, get someone else to do it. Like, can't you get someone else? Does he really have to dress up? It's fucking crazy. I know I do not support traps. Bankai 922 does not support traps. Just because he looks like a girl doesn't mean. So yeah, I'm Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. The YouTube anime community discussion video, that will be up later though. That will be up later today. I'll put it up with along, I guess, Maggie and Seven Deadly Sins or something along those lines. So, look forward to that. I'm Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. Peace.